and also video by tomorrow. So that is on the 30th, the first deadline. And on the 5th of September is your setup day and also for your poster presentation. I think for the rule itself, I won't explain more in detail. But the 3 tasks that you're going to do is here, and the rule is actually in the link. So do refer to the link for the details on the education task itself. But one thing to note is, as actually shared by Dr. Jeffrey itself. So for now, we do not have like a guided workshop for this competition, but I would allocate time throughout the competition so we can do a bit more sharing of your robots lah. So because in terms of for the education itself, we want everyone to know what other people are doing and to share information like across the teams itself. So during the competition day for the 6th and 7th, beside the task, I will also try to arrange some time so that we can do more sharing between the teams. So that is on the date itself, and 8 will be the finals where you I think every team need to actually prepare some form of demonstration for their robot on the final day lah. For this one, because every team need to present, so you need to prepare beforehand, and then on the final day you can actually present, your what your robot can do. So then on the 9th is actually on the symposium. So every team will be submitting the TDP. So we will do the review because 30th is deadline. We will do the review, and by either 5th or 6th, we would select papers and poster for presentation, oral presentation, and also poster presentation for the symposium lah. So all participants of all the teams over here, you will be required to present your paper if you are selected for oral presentation. And for those poster presentation, you will also need to be there to present your poster. So that is on the symposium day. So one thing over here also, for the current competition, because this is a competition that we try to get everyone to be involved. So each team need to send one volunteer to actually assist in the scoring of other teams. So for this one, I need everyone's help to actually nominate a volunteer in Discord later on. You don't need to tell me the name today, but later on in Discord, you can actually nominate a person so that we can get a volunteer to help with scoring of other teams. Because you look at the rule itself, there are tasks over there that you can get scores. So yeah, we need help from the participants to work together for this event. So basically that is on the competition timeline itself. Do remember, tomorrow is the final date for TDP submission and also video. So yep, just a reminder on the TDP. So your TDP maximum 8 pages of paper highlighting your technical and scientific approach for your robot. The template is actually given, I think, in the Discord. Let me see. It is the same message also is in the Discord over here. So make sure you do the preparation accordingly and do submit tomorrow, because we need time to review the paper that you submitted. So all material, including TDP and video, are submitted in the link. So submission deadline tomorrow, make sure you do it. And during the competition, on the 5th, we would have a poster presentation session. So each of team prepare your poster for presentation. I think a lot of people asking of the size of the poster. A2 would be the size. I think I've also answered this in the Discord. I think I've answered quite a lot of questions in the Discord. So basically, that's on your TDP. Make sure you submit on time. And layout of the room. So this is the layout that will be used for the field. We have the same field for both at home and also at home EDU. So we'll be sharing the room. So the layout would be similar, but the furniture will be different and will be known to you next week. So for example, if we are doing like receptionist, the chair and things like, for example, sofa, instead of sofa, it might be 2 chairs. The furniture might be different, but the position of the thing will be the same. So like if you're finding your mates, the rooms and all those will be the same. So this is the layout we are going to do, and this is the build up that we are going to build next week. As for the field itself, the wall will be built using the 60 cm box. So this is actually similar to RoboCup Japan. So the picture you see over here is the at-home competition field for RoboCup Japan. So we will have similar boxes as the wall itself. This is so that you can actually get the height itself. Like if you have any like LiDAR system or any system for navigation, do keep in mind that the wall height is only 60 cm. And I think some of you have asked about like if there are people standing around. So just take note, there won't be a high wall. So this is to ensure that people can see the game that is going through in the area itself. So if you do any recognition and things like that, make sure you only recognize within the boundary of the room. So this is to ensure that things would run properly. So basically for tonight, that is the things that I want to convey. So I'll highlight again. Remember, deadline is tomorrow. Make sure things are submitted. The schedule for competition and all those will be actually posted to everyone on the 5th of September. So 2 things. One is your TDP submission, your video, and also remember I will actually remind in Discord again, if you have who will be the volunteer from your team. It can be one or more than one person. You can rotate. So as long as I have the names and I can start to arrange for scoring within the competition day. So I'll open up now for any questions that you have about the competition or about the rules or about anything in general. So any question?
Hello.
Yes.
May I ask a question regarding the carry my luggage task?
Yep.
Would there be like a standard design or size of a luggage?
The luggage, the bag itself, we will actually prepare it on the 5th. So on the 5th, you will know. But don't worry about the weight because it will be empty luggage. So it won't be heavy for you to carry.
All right, thank you.
So for the for the guest itself is coming in one by one. So you need to actually detect one by one for the judge, for the guests that are coming in. So like for example, the reporting itself, you can see the video over here. Let me just open up the video quickly. I've also shared the video in the, let me see. Let me open up the file. Oh yeah, I don't have this video with me. For Find My Mates. So for Find My Mates itself, so basically, it will go find, then follow. So basically, you could detect as long as you are able to fulfill the requirement here. So if you look at the score sheet itself, so as long as you are actually be able to detect all, even if you do it at one by one or the same time, then either one, as long as we can get all the three guests, it is okay for this one. Next one, luggage tags. Okay, the layout of the car park and the queue, you will only know that day. So you will know beforehand. So it will be outside the room, but it will still be inside the competition hall. For carry my luggage, you cannot use your own paper bag. We will provide a bag, but don't worry, it will be a light bag. It won't be a heavy bag. So it will be an empty, light bag. Full schedule. Okay, full schedule for Education Link will be, because we are currently coordinating with the at-home team. So at-home and at-home EDU will be sharing the same area. So most likely the full schedule will be out. You will get the full schedule earliest 4th September, latest 5th September. So own hotspot for internet. As of now, I think the decision for the OC is yes, you can use your own internet, but we cannot be like 100% sure that the connectivity at the hall is good. So if you are using any internet or those, you are using it at your own risk. Just to be sure. So for carry my luggage, there will be obstacle, but you will only know the obstacle that they are, because there's a word obstacle password here. So okay, for Find My Mates, they might be standing or sitting. For the briefing, all those, don't worry around how much you go in. We won't place the person at the places that you want to reach. Okay. So for the receptionist class, the door itself, right, we are actually reusing the layout, from Japan. So it will be like a physical door, but you will have a person holding a cardboard to represent the door. So that is on the door itself. Okay. Mapping, you can do it on the face itself. The face won't change. The layout of the room will not change, but there are things inside, like for example, tables and chairs. Those might be moved around. So tables and chairs, they like table will move around. all this timetable around. But for example, if there's a chair, or if there's like a small chair, they might move around. But it will still be within the venue itself. The wall itself won't change. So for carry my luggage, it is not a luggage. It will be a bag, but it will be a plastic bag itself. So next one. Max time for my is 5 minutes. Yes. Yeah, everything need to be done within 5 minutes. So you will have the chance to actually do it on your own itself lah. They'll plan accordingly lah for the 5 minutes. Open the door. Now, I will actually cross-check with OC because currently for the field itself, we don't have a physical door. So we will actually look at it. So based on rulebook, there's a simplified rule. Okay. Whatever you see over here, this is already the simplified rule. So EDU itself is using a simplified rule of at home. So that is what we mean by simplified rule. So this is at home. And this is the at home rule. So if you can see, like for example, at home, we have at home, carry my luggage at home. So this is the at home rule, and this is the simplified rule. So that simplify is here. And also we have a skip rule. So if you notice over here, doing things in the major rule, there is negative. Over here, if you skip certain rule, you won't be able to get the points for that particular part itself lah. So because EDU itself, we are trying to encourage everyone to do as much as possible. So so we are simplifying some of the rule over here. So like for example, if you want to skip, like for example, certain task itself, we could not counting that one itself. Like for example, if you skip follow a person, so or you skip picking up the bag itself, so you know you have no arm like placed directly in, it just means that you won't have the score for this. But we still want everyone to actually be able to complete the task even though it's just a small part of it. So because over here we are quite lenient on the task itself so that is the important thing over here. Can you use Google speech recognition? Yes, you can use. Okay, if you are, I think a lot of teams are asking in the major, like can you use OpenAI? Can you use Google speech recognition? So all these things you can use. There's no limit to whatever you use. But as at home EDU platform itself, I do hope that you could share what you have used with everyone. So for final task, the scoring sheet I will share with everyone again later on in Discord, so that everyone can see the scoring sheet because we are still preparing the scoring sheet. So most likely this weekend we can share it out. So let me see. There's still a lot of questions over here. Surface of the floor. Surface of the floor is actually tiles. I don't have a photo now, but SM Hall UM. Let me see whether I can get a photo. So this is the hall that you will be in. So this will be the floor. So, okay, as of this itself, right, like the negative score itself, in the major league, yes, there's a possible to get negative negative score, but over here, I'm still working with the other OC because for EDU we try to encourage people to participate and also to go for the competition. So I will cross check this again, just to make sure that everyone can perform something. So come back to you on the negative score thing again. So for Find My Mates, you can go around and the robot need to do the interaction. So your robot will need to actually do the interaction. Detect a person, move to a person, ask a person, then come back. So next one, if you miss the submission date of TDP, any mark will be deducted. As of now, we haven't set any penalty for submission of TTP, but do remember to submit on time for the TTP. Tomorrow is the deadline. Gemini API, speech chat, there's no issue. You can use any task itself. Any APIs and things like that. So, okay, on setup and test robot itself, because we have 3 fields set up in the game field. So on the 5th, we do not limit anytime. So try to share in between teams, coordinate between the teams itself, try to work out. During the competition day itself, there will be one test field. So you can test at the test field itself. So, but during the task, you just need to, once the timer start for the task, the robot need to run autonomously. So if you stop, then that will be the end for the task. So for the final presentation itself, because you are in EDU, all teams will compete in finals. If everyone else that does not join the final task, that one is on at home. So don't make it clear. There's 2 over here. For EDU, everyone will actually do the final task. For any recognition task itself, you will be, we only give the participant the identity, but not the robot. So robot need to do identification. So next one, reassignment task pre-defined list and name. Yes, there is a predefined list of name. So other attribute, you can choose the attribute to use. Okay, for Find My Mates, you can detect 2 people. You come up with the best way. There's no way over here. So you come up with the best way so that in 5 minutes you can achieve everything here. So if you think that you detect 2 people at one time and then report them, and describe them, it's up to you. So I will leave it to the team to come up with the best strategy for Find My Mates. Carry my luggage is everyone set up free to us. So okay, are you saying that you are free to set the task?
Yes. Yes, sir. That's what I was asking. Like, is it like free for us to set up the environment, or is it like predefined for us?
So the environment is we will set the environment for you so that
Ah,
you will be able to grab the bag lah. So for EDU, we'll try to ensure that you can grab the bag.
okay, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
International rulebook state that the reception task, let me see, which page you see, 2.6.8. 2.6.8, which file are you referring to? Let me see. Are you referring to this one? Or the? Two. So, okay, this 2.6.8 is the one that is the major rule over here lah. So door opening over here, what we'll do is we will just block and then we will just open so that you can start the task itself lah. So you can take this as a cue to start it. So for carry my luggage, can the robot ask the operator to raise his hand or something? Okay, so for carry my luggage, so you can actually ask the robot to raise hand as a sign, but those are because at the start, right? At the start, your robot can ask the robot to pass the bag also. It's just that if you do passing of bag, then you won't be able to get some of the points over here. So do take note that for EDU, the main thing is the game must go on no matter what. So we'll try to if you can't do it, like if your robot cannot take the bag, we could put the bag onto the robot also, but you won't be able to get the score for some of the item over here. So okay, Find My Mates, 2 males, 1 female, unique description. Okay, for male, female, yes, it is considered a unique description. So I think everyone here, if you want to use male and female as a description, just go ahead, but make sure it's correct, the detection. Receptionist, what type of chair? We will be reutilizing the chair in the exam hall, so you can see this type of chair. So you can Google and search for UM exam hall, then that will be the type of chair you see. For reception, we are confusing the role of the host. Should the robot introduce the guest to the host or to the other guest? Actually, for receptionists, they need to introduce to everyone. You need to introduce to the like you need to introduce to the host. You need to introduce them to each other. So basically, you are the like the robot is the butler, so you need to introduce to everyone in the room. Food and beverage will be made. If I'm not mistaken, food and beverage is not provided. But I can double confirm for this. If I'm not mistaken, it's not provided. Okay, receptionist, it is start inside the room. So your robot will be here at the door. So it will be at the entrance. So for receptionist, who you are talking to, then you need to look at who. Like for example, if I'm currently introducing guest one to the host, so robot should look at the host. So it's like just imagine the robot is a human talking to a person. So whoever they want this information to pass to, you just face the person. Okay, again, there will be no physical door for the competition. We have the door, which is just a piece of cardboard. Like I said, the field is something like this. You can see on the screen. So it will flip away. That signify a door opening. For receptionist, can the team robot? Yes, you can start at the location within the arena itself. Any more questions? So receptionist, if you don't look at the person, so basically you don't get the marks over here. So if the setup has to be done outside arena, so there won't be any penalty like using different start location, but using voice is one of the human recognition, the human robot interaction. So using voice is perfectly fine. So one of the biggest is you can see from the website itself. Carry my luggage is navigation task. Find my mates is actually the vision task. Reception is a speech task. So if you can communicate and with the robot itself, I don't think that you will get a penalty from there because you are supposed to talk to the robot. So, any more questions?
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I wanted to ask for the Jupiter robot because most teams from Malaysia, they'll be using the Jupiter robot.
Yep.
So is this considered a standard platform or open platform?
So over here, for EDU in Malaysia itself, because we know that this is the first time we are having the EDU itself, we will have a mix of both standard and also the open platform together within the single competition for EDU.
Okay. But how does this affect the rules? Because there are some rules, especially for carrying my luggage, where specify for standard platforms, they can ask maybe the operator to pass the bag to the robot, and there won't be detected any marks.
So let me check that. I don't think that is in. Let me just check the rule. This one, right?
Yes.
So let me bring it up to the OC team. I will come back to everyone on this rule.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Then for my next question,
Mm.
so would it be possible to operate our own robot? Because based on the video, it seems like the team that build and program the robot, they're the ones who actually do, for example, the carry my luggage, whereby they point to the luggage, do the follow me, etc. So
Yep.
are we allowed to operate our own robots during the competition?
Okay. From the previous competition, you can when you test out everything, you can use you as the person, but we will get a volunteer to do the pointing and all those when we are trying lah. So you will be detecting a random volunteer to do it.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Then for carrying my luggage, for the starting point,
Mm.
will it be inside the room or outside the room?
Okay, this one follow to a car, it will be outside the room. So just now you see this layout, right? This
Yes.
layout. So
Okay.
the car is actually positioned outside. Position you will only know that day.
Okay. No, I mean before we start the task, is the robot supposed to start outside or it directly inside the room waiting for the operator?
The start position also we will tell you during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then another question for the queue. You said you guys will mention on the 5th, but then how will the queue proceed? Is it the queue be outside, then all the people will proceed into the room, then the robot needs to follow like the queue?
Yes.
How the queue work?
So they will be a people queuing. So there will be an area we will demonstrate it during like before your task. Then you can work on the task over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Okay. Then I think for my last question,
Mm.
so based on the schedule that
Mm.
was on the website, I think last week,
Mm.
it actually said the competition like on the 4th. That's when we're supposed to do the setup and testing. And most of us are from Penang and we already booked like the train tickets. And
Okay.
so we wanted to request from the organizers if we could sort of get access to the hall.
This one I can't say for sure now because Ford will be setting up the hall, so I'm not sure it will be fully ready on time. Let me get back to you lah.
Okay.
Can you just drop this message about the Ford in Discord so that I can keep track for this one?
Okay, thank you.
Because this one hall setup is done that day. I'm not sure whether we can let people in or not because wiring and all those might not be that suitable yet.
It's all right. Thank you.
Okay, let me go back to the chat. Let me see. For receptionist, robot need to host. So, okay. For receptionist, so just imagine that the robot is there so that they will actually see a person, talk to the person, gets a person name, get the person favorite drink, detect an empty seat, point the person over. So initially you will have a host so that you get a person for the robot to talk to. Then you will have two guests that is going in to the venue. So that will be the receptionist. For all competition, the timing of 5 minutes start is I think for all the tasks like these 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and also 5 minutes. So once you start the operation of the robot, means that it's autonomous, that will be the start of the 5 minutes. So for each task, we can set up robot manually, or we should only start robot one time and run all tasks. Okay, each of the tasks here is separate, like task 1, task 2, task 3. So like for task 1, you just need to start the robot. Recent tasks offer. Okay, for reception tasks, you will be able to have enough seat for everyone, so they won't be they will be occupied seat. So just make sure you detect it properly for seats. Let me see reception task. Let me see. Okay, for sharing of guests and the name itself, it may be a single word, it may not be a single word, so you need to be able to define that. Predefined list of guests and hosts means that the name and all those will be given. List of name, those will be given on the day of competition. Is it possible for robot to ask guests to get close to the mic? For this one, it would be good if your robot can get close to the person. Because if not, your robot will just, it's a bit hard to see whether you can actually detect a guest or not. So that's why you have detect a guest, move to the front of guest, and then, be able to ask. So you will be able to get close. Predefined favorite drink list. Okay, there will be a list of drinks you will provided. List of names, list of drinks. So it will be from the list. So it won't be something extra from there. Reception task. When will we know the position of the host? Okay, position of the host might be different during the game. So, but it will be within the first room. Will snack and drink provided accommodation? If not, okay, this one, snack and drink will not be provided. I'm not sure about eating in the hall. This one I need to check with So this one I'll come back to you. Yes, if possible, bring extension cable, because every team will have one plug point. How many teams are competing? There are 12 teams in EDU, so I hope everyone is here. Will each team perform all tasks one after another, or all teams need to compete in one task before moving to second? Yes, all teams will attempt one task before going to another one. So don't worry about doing task 1, 2, 3 together. So do we have cash award for this league? There's no cash award for this league competition. For career mileage, how many obstacles? This one, there's no define. You will only know that day. What is the stopping criteria for the robot when to know to follow the person? So for this one, when you follow, when you reach the location, if the person stop moving, that will be the end of location. So receptionist, should the robot move towards the guest or the guest will move towards the robot? So receptionist, just imagine that you are guiding a person. So robot at the door, someone come over, say, hey, this is my name. So the robot will need to guide the person. So the person will follow the robot towards the seat itself. As long as you can point to the seat, then you will go over. So for the 5-minute start itself, it will run autonomously. So for EDU, as long as you have triggered the start, we will time from 5 minutes from the start. So any more questions? So the host will be, for reception, the host will be in the room, but it might be different for the different team that during that day. There is the host might be sitting at a different location or different chair. Because I think one of the tasks is you need to identify an empty chair for the task receptionist. So the host might be sitting at a different location. So any more questions? What's the price? So for RoboCup competition, because this is actually in line with the international competition, there will be certificates for the competition for the winning teams. So if you look at RoboCup competition, whether it's international or the major competition or like the regional competition, there will not be any cash prize. So the main thing is certificate of participant for everyone, and also awards like first place, second place, and third place. So any more question? I can take maybe one or two. Okay, you will not be given extra time. It will be within the 5 minutes. But you will be able to see where the person is sitting before you start your robot. So that is for the reception. So the robot will need to do the thing automatically. So maybe one last question before I end the session. Okay, don't see any more questions, but anything you want to know or anything that you're not sure, you can always drop a message in Discord, so we can sort it out over there. So once again, I would remind everyone, the event itself, submission of TDP tomorrow. Make sure you submit, because as of now, I have not seen the submission yet. I only see one submission for TDP and video from the team. So make sure you submit on time. One last question. RoboCup shirt will be provided. I need to check with the main committee, because they are the one that prepare the bags and all those. Maybe I will note this now. I will let everyone know again in Discord. Okay, if there's no more questions, then that would be all for the day. I hope everyone prepare well. Let's see everyone again next week during the competition. But if you have any question, anything, do drop me a message within Discord. See you next week. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Ern.